All right, so I got a message yesterday from some spirits on the other side that I think kind of succumbed to some greed and lost sight of who they were. So this is the message they wanted to say. So if you know anybody who kind of fits that, who kind of towards the end or some point in their life wasn't true to themselves, this might be a message for you. So they wanted to say sorry, and then they said the things that greed does. You start by helping or having a cool idea. Then it gets bigger and bigger, and it starts to run away from you. No longer in control. You're no longer in control. The money wins or the fame wins, and you lose sight of the mission. The money is the luxury, the thing that helps you survive in this world. But don't let the money control you. That is when you start to lose yourself. And you start to go against your values. Once you go against your values, your truths, your morals, you lose yourself. There is a way to have both. It starts with being true to yourself and trusting and believing. Then you make the moves that fit within your moral compass. One of the hardest things is going on the other side, knowing your choices were against your morals. Your choices were against who you were as a person. This isn't the same as doing things you are not proud of because of the situation you are in, or trusting the wrong people, because sometimes we can trust the wrong people. We get the wrong people around us, and then we're like, this is the direction I want to go into, based on the people that are around us. And then you kind of lose yourself within the people. But once you kind of recognize, like, wait, I'm not aligned with them, like, this isn't where I want to be, this isn't alignment, and you get yourself back, that's a little different, because sometimes we follow things and we lose ourselves, not realizing that we're trusting the wrong people. This, I think, was specifically knowing that they were doing things to get an outcome that they wanted, and because they wanted that outcome, they thought in order to do it, they had to kind of do some things that were against themselves, that were against who they wanted to be, because the outcome became bigger. And a lot of the times they saw that if they actually stayed true to themselves, they would have still gotten that outcome. It just sometimes takes a little longer. Sometimes it's the cutting the corners versus being true to yourself. And they were also showing me how it's like when you're, you like somebody, you see that somebody else is doing something and they're getting recognition for it, or they're getting that attention for it, and you're like, hey, I can do that too. And so you start to emulate that person. Well, when we start to emulate that person, we're trying to shine their light. Well, their light doesn't fit your light. So when you're trying to shine their light, you're losing your light. So what you want to do is, you can be inspired by them. You can be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I want to do that too. How do I take my style and do that? How do I stay true to who I am and shine my light doing the same thing that this person's doing that I think is amazing, that kind of fits within me too? How do I take inspiration, but instead of emulating or being exactly like that, I'm being inspired by them, but still being true to myself and doing it in my style. And that way they're shining their light, and I'm shining my light, and then people can enjoy the both of us, and we can all be successful. Yeah, I think that's the direction. So that's the message that I got yesterday. So I wrote it down real quick while I was getting it. So, all right. Sending loves and hugs, everybody. Have a good day.